Okay. So, a skeleton walks into a bar and says, "Give me a beer and a mop."
What?
He's a skeleton, you know? You'll go right through him. Give me a skeleton.
Oh.
Give me a beer and a mop.
I don't get it.
Because he's a skeleton, and when he drinks it, it'll fall through his ribs. You get it.
No.
A skeleton walks into a bar and says, "Give me a beer and a mop." How do you not get it?
It's not funny, that's why I don't get it.
Okay, this one is kind of weird. A magician walks down an alley and turns into a bar. Okay, so he turns into a bar, like he walks into one, and he's a magician for 15.
So,
Charles Dickens walks into a bar and orders a martini. The bartender asks, "Oliver Twist." Get it? Olive or Twist? Oliver Twist. He's Charles Dickens.
I like the last name.
I don't get this one. A man walks into a bar. ... Says, "Ow!" Can you explain that to me? I don't understand that.
Oh, yeah, you walked into it.
Oh!
I get it.
That's so funny. Okay,
Now I get it.
a mushroom walks into a bar and the bartender says, "We don't serve your kind here." And the mushroom says, "Why not? I'm a fungi."
Oh, I get it. I'm a funny guy.
Because he's a mushroom, you know, like fungus. A bartender is just a pharmacist with a limited inventory. True. A pony walks into a bar and coughs. "Hey, cough! Give me a beer, cough." The bartender serves him and says, "What's with your voice?" The pony says, "Nothing, I'm just a little horse."
I get it. Little horse.
Yeah, I know. A guy walks into a bar with jumper tables. The bartender says, "You can come in, but don't start anything." Jumper tables? No? No.
Oh,
You see that one.
A priest, a rabbi, a nun, a doctor, an engineer, and a blonde, they spell blonde wrong, walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, what is this, some kind of a joke?"
Yeah, because those are the things I always use in jokes. Okay. A professor walks into a bar and orders a double martini. What does it say? The bartender says, "You like a double martini?" The professor says, "If I want more than one, I'll ask one." An Irishman walks out of a bar. "Hey, it could happen."
A dyslexic,
Irish pubs, you know, like Irish people.
a dyslexic guy walks into a brawl.
Dyslexic. It's a bar.
Oh, I get
I
it.
bet it's true. A
Or
man
Max.
walks into a bar and says, "Give me the beer before problems start." Again, the man orders a beer, saying, "Give me a beer before problems start." No, the bartender looks confused. This goes on for a while. After the fifth beer, the bartender is totally confused and asks the man, "What are you gonna pay? When are you gonna pay for these beers?" The man answers, "Ah, now the problem starts." The one right there. Stop. I scrolled it down for you.
A man tried to pay for a drink with a $5 bill. The bartender says, "You can't use that here." The man says, "Why not?" The bartender says, "Because this is a singles bar." Oh, I get it.
Why are these all about bars?
I know that way.
A blind man walks into a bar with his seeing eye. He lifts the dog up and swings him around over his head by the tail. The bartender says, "Hey man, what are you doing?" He says, "Oh, I'm just looking around."
How can he look around? He's blind.
The seeing eye dog.
Oh.
No swan, no swan. Maybe that one.
A man goes into a bar
With a
with
giraffe.
like that's like a pretty with a giraffe. They both get a couple of rounds in. When they got up to leave, they're extremely drunk and the giraffe passes out and falls over. The man opens the door about to leave by himself when the bartender stops him suddenly. He says, "Hey, you can't leave that lion there." The man turns around and slurs, "Don't be silly, that's not a lion, it's a giraffe."
Yeah.
Get it?
I remember when I was little, I learned how to spell giraffe. This one song. Giraffe, 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 giraffe. A piece of rope walks into a bar and the bartender says, "You don't serve your kind." The rope goes outside, ties himself in a knot, and frays one end of him. He walks back into the bar, and the bartender says, "Weren't you just in here?" The rope replies, "No, I'm afraid not." Ah! Okay, we'll just finish this. Man.
A man runs into a bar and asks the barkeeper, or barkeep, "Give me 10 shots of your best whiskey." The bartender sets up 10 glasses. The man starts drinking them as quickly as the bartender serves them. The the bartender I am lost. You just the bartender asks Yeah, the bartender asks, "Why are you drinking so fast? You drink fast too." "If you had what I have," the bartender asks, "what do you have, 70 cents?"
So this man, right? He walks out of a bar and meets a policeman. So he's like, "Hey." Oh, the policeman says, "Your eyes are bloodshot. Have you been drinking Bloody Marys?" "Well," the man says, "your eyes are glazed. Have you been eating chocolates?" I think that's